A war of words has erupted, and accusations of sexism are flying on Capitol Hill today involving House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the National Republican Congressional Committee. It all started when Pelosi said General Stanley McChrystal's comments about Afghanistan strategy should have gone up the line of command, not be delivered to a wide audience in public. Well, the NRCC put out a statement saying, quote, if Nancy Pelosi's failed economic policies are any indicator of the effect she may have on Afghanistan, taxpayers can only hope McChrystal is able to put her in her place. Put her in her place? They want a man to put the first female Speaker of the House of Representatives in her place? And you should hear the reaction on Capitol Hill. Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz from Florida said, quote, it's evidence they long for the days when a woman's place was in the kitchen. Now a woman is third in line for the presidency. And the Congresswoman joins me now from Washington. Tell me how you really feel.
Well, I will tell you, Contessa, you know, I've heard Republican after Republican express their reverence for the U.S. Constitution over the years I've been in public office. And, you know, if they have a problem with the Speaker's place, they really are going to need to take that up with the Founding Fathers, because Article 1, Section 8 gives only Congress the power to declare war. Article 1, Section 9 gives only Congress the power of the purse, which funds war. So the Speaker is, you know, entirely in the right place as second in line to the presidency, and the person who leads the Congress's efforts at making those decisions about military involvement.
Yeah. You know what? The interesting thing here, Congresswoman, is last week when General Gates said the exact same thing, you didn't hear Republicans standing up and saying that General McChrystal should be put in his should put Secretary Gates, the Defense Secretary, in his place. Sarah Palin wrote on her Facebook page about Afghanistan, urging troops to go. They're not mocking her by calling her General Palin. Do you think that this is a limited worldview on the part of the spokesperson for the NRCC?
Well, I think it's a broad worldview of most of the Republican Party. It's not surprising that their spokesperson would issue a statement like that. Their caucus is 80% male and 100% white. They really don't have any diversity at all. And so when they're talking amongst people who are just like them all the time, the crowds that go to Republican rallies are mostly all white men. It's I guess it shouldn't be surprising, but it's still shocking that in the 21st century they would make comments like that. They would never make a comment like that if Newt Gingrich expressed his opinion when he was Speaker, or if Dennis Hastert when he was Speaker. It just shows the shocking sexism that exists in the Republican Party today.
Representative, your comments about the Republican Congressional Committee being 80% male and 100% white. Joanna Burgos, who's the NRCC spokeswoman, has responded to MSNBC about that. She says Representative Wasserman Schultz's comments were totally out of line. Attacking white males hardly contributes to the debate, which explains why recent dismal poll numbers show that her party is losing independent voters as much as they're losing credibility each day, although we had a poll out today showing the approval for Republicans in Congress at 9%. But would you like to respond to the NRCC?
Well, what I'd like to respond to is just to show the shocking sexism and attitude towards women on the part of the Republican Party that is wide and deep. Chris Christie, their candidate for governor in New Jersey, opposes funding for pre-K and accused Governor Corzine of supporting babysitting. He actually opposes mandates and insurance coverage.
But when it comes to the language, I mean, more broadly even, and I know that politics plays a role because they attacked Pelosi, but they did not attack Sarah Palin, as I pointed out. But even when Ken Spain, who's the spokesperson, was given the opportunity to go back and say, you know, I poorly chose my words. He said no. He said that Nancy Pelosi is playing out of her league. What is it that when men disagree with women, they have to demean their intellect?
Well, it's when Republican men disagree with women, because it's pretty clear that they have a real problem with a woman being second in line to the presidency. They can't handle a woman being in a position of authority. Their gubernatorial candidate in Virginia literally believes that women damage family when they work outside the home. So, I mean, just look at the consistent pattern of the candidates that they offer up for Congress, for governor, the people they employ in the Republican Party. They are totally out of touch with the needs of women in the 21st century, and that's why women consistently reject Republican candidates and support Democrats.
Congresswoman Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, it's good of you to join me today. I do want to mention I did invite Ken Spain on today to talk about those comments with me, and I did not get him on, as you can tell.